Good morning, fifth graders and fifth grade families. Miss Lehman here. I am recording this video to answer a common question. That common question is, when you wake up on NTI day and you ask yourself, what is my assignment? Where do I find my NTI assignment for the day? Guys, the answer, just as we practiced in class, is this: your agenda. So when you wake up in the morning, you should open up your agenda to that day of the week. So let's just say that you wake up on September 29th. It's Tuesday, and you ask yourself, what should I be doing today? What's my expectation for NTI? You would open up to that line of your agenda that day, and this is your to-do list. Don't go to Google Classroom and just start working. You'll give yourself extra work. But by following this direction, you can be laser focused on what your task is for the day. You go to that day in your agenda and you treat this like your to-do list. Now, if you've forgotten your agenda at home, or parents, if you want to ensure that your child has everything written down, feel free to go to the homeroom Google Classroom. So for my students, this is our Happy Camper Google Classroom. For Mrs. Wilder's students, she has Mrs. Wilder's Admirals. When you click on classwork, you will find the topic for the agenda. If you open this up, parents, this is a great help to you. This is our class agenda. I update it in real time, so it is current as to your child's assignments. If I come and scroll to Tuesday, just as an example, this is what the students should wake up. And if they are on NTI this Tuesday, this is their to-do list. This is exactly what that expectation is for what they should be working on. So just as an example, if they're looking for their reading assignment, right here it says test prep for vocabulary quiz and selection test on Wednesday. Review or vocabulary review slides and vocabulary Quizlet on HyperDoc. So just as an example, if I read that reading assignment, I can see the title from my agenda. Then I go to the Google Classroom that corresponds with that subject. For spelling as well as for reading, those are housed inside the Reading Google Classroom. Of course, I go to Math Google Classroom for math, Social Studies Google Classroom for social studies, and Mr. Smith has his Google Classroom as well. When I go to my Reading Google Classroom, so that I can show you this example reading assignment, here's my Reading Google Classroom. The stream is turned off. I don't see my assignment in the stream. It's easier to navigate by clicking on classwork. Now, I will come and scroll until I find what corresponds. Oh, here's exactly what my agenda said. It said test prep for vocabulary quiz and selection test. I will click. I will review the directions from this assignment and begin working. That is how I find what my expectations are for my NTI day. This is exactly what I go by. I go by what's written in my agenda. I make sure that I then find that corresponding assignment in the Google Classroom, which houses that subject. I complete those assignments, and when I've completed those assignments, do not forget, click the blue button that says Turn In. Very important, because that will cue your teacher that you have taken care of your responsibility for that subject. I hope this mini tutorial will help you know exactly what those expectations are for your workload on NTI days. Once we know what those expectations are, we can meet those expectations or, of course, exceed those expectations.